Hey everyone, welcome back to Candymonium Studios. Today, I want to review Candymonium at Hersheypark in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Let's get started. So, Candymonium is a Bollinger and Mabillard Hyper coaster. That's the model, by the way, Hyper coaster. And the height is 210 feet, speed is 76 in miles per hour, length is 4,636 feet, and the duration time of it is 2 minutes and 26 seconds, and it opened in 2020. So the first thing you do is go up the lift hill. It takes you about 45 seconds to do so. Then the drop, it takes you about 4 to 5 seconds to get down the drop. The front, you have a spectacular view of the drop. The back, you get whipped down the drop and have a tiny bit of floater airtime. After the first drop, you go into a floater airtime hill. The airtime hill provides the same amount of floater airtime in pretty much every row. After that, you have the hammerhead turnaround. It isn't much, but it just basically turns you around going to the second half of the ride, which is definitely much better. After the hammerhead turnaround, you come into a trim brake hill. Now, the sometimes it varies on how hard the brake hits, but in the front row, no matter what, you still get a pop of airtime. In the back, you pretty much don't get anything. Now, after the trimmed hill, you have a speed hill. Now, this hill gives you a mix of floater and ejector airtime, and in my opinion is the best airtime on the ride. And that is the last airtime moment on the ride as well. After the speed hill, you have one of two helixes on the ride. And this one is actually the most intense part of the ride. However, this part isn't that intense, making this coaster not really that intense at all. After that helix, you have a twisted drop into another trimmed hill. Now, this hill after this is the second helix on the ride, which is the helix that goes around the Kisses fountain. And I gotta say, this is a spectacular view on the ride and off the ride. This helix right here is great scenery for the ride, and that is definitely why they installed it. First, you can take many photos of this particular area, and also you could see this while you pass the helix. It's on your left, and this is such a cool view. Spectacular, I'd say. And after the helix, you take a bunny hop into the brake run, and then after that, followed by a dip, turning right and going right back into the station. And then after that, you completed your ride on Candymonium. Now, a few things to say. Candymonium isn't a very intense coaster, and it's more focused on gentle airtime or floater airtime where you get a floating sensation out of your seat. Meanwhile, this ride is really fun and all of that. I don't find it the most intense coaster at Hersheypark, and once you ride it, you will see why. And with that, I'll be giving Candymonium a final score of 9 out of 10. This ride is a really fun ride. It may not be the most intense, and it has very good airtime though, but I just find it the good ride for younger people to build up on their fears, and this was actually my first ever major coaster, just so you know. And with that, that is the end of my video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you do not miss a new video coming. See you guys in the next video.